Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second round of the Phoenix Sim Racing League here at Spa-Francorchamps. I am your producer, Torre, also known as Khaled Ramadan, and with me is my lovely co-host and main lead commentator, Max Ring, and hopefully he can do justice to the action that we've got here. We've got about an hour and a half of running on track to decide Pro and Pro-Am honors. We've got some fantastic fighting, hopefully to continue on from our double heat at Oulton last week, and with some returning faces and some new ones as well. We should be in for an exciting race. Continuing on, as we switch over into qualifying, just bringing up the slate of races coming up. Obviously, after Spa today, we've got the Snetterton round coming up afterwards, and then a double header on the Sunday here on SimSpec with the 1-to-1 Silverstone F4 race, as well as the GT3 Championship finale in the Samsung GT3 League, as well as the penultimate round in the GRL Jeddah League, before returning back to PSRL action. And just as we are getting into Pro-Am qualifying, cars are already heading out on track, so we're just going to go over some penalties from the last race. We've had, it was quite an exciting race, to put it mildly. So we've got a few incident points which are up on screen right now. There will be some people that are serving penalties for some of the conduct from last race, including a qualifying ban, the name of which is escaping my mind at the moment. So Max might be able to enlighten us if that is the case. And speaking of which, we'll let Max take us away for Pro-Am qualifying.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second round of Phoenix Sim Racing from me as well. A warm welcome. As we were saying, a couple of people are serving penalties. The ban, I believe, is for Floyd or Ram. He was ignoring qualifying rules, so he is not going to be qualifying today and will start off last in his class. And yeah, we'll just get going with some running commentary. If we can have a look at the scene to maybe see our timings and everything. At the moment, we have the Pro-Ams out on the field. Leading them at the moment is Jensen. Interesting. I thought he was banned from qualifying.
And just to say that Jensen is up there at the moment, but this thing should have updated.
Oh no, he's not. He's not on track. Yeah,
we've had someone go off. Oh, and that was Olivia
so
going
we have
off.
Olivia coming off, and some other people as well. Andre, Alicia, Barnaby Peru having some troubles as well. Don't know if that was to avoid. Maybe we've got a car stopped on the track. 418 of Andre Alicia. He stopped in just the last little section before. What's that called?
There we go. Yeah, so he's had a bit of a moment.
Blanchimont. Blanchimont. Yeah, I struggle to say that. Flying here.
He's already crabbing quite badly, so he's going to have to try and make it back to the pits in order to
completing.
Yeah, he's got to try and fix the car and then get back out without towing. If he tows, it's GG's for him.
Are we getting lap times? I'm not getting lap times on my end.
Lap times are not up as of yet. People were on their out laps, and they're only just now setting some hot laps. So we're just on board with.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We're just on board with Andre.
Austin, who's in the pit lane, is it? Yeah. Oh, Andre, he's coming into pit.
Just want to see him.
I think he'll
see how he physically makes it in, and then hopefully we can cut to someone else on track. So furthest ahead is Stefan Visser at the moment.
I don't think Andre's going to have enough time to get out here, will he? Not quite. We'll see. Right, as we're watching Stefan in front in the Mercedes. Lovely paint scheme there. As you can see from our broadcast, we have enabled decals to make it easier for you all to see what class you're watching. So on the front, on the number block, they're nice and green. The wings are green, the mirrors are green. And for the pros, it will be red for their class. As we watch Stefan come here into, I still can't say it, Blanchimont, and towards the chicane.
You got it.
Very difficult chicane here coming in. It's a massive braking zone with some really good overtaking opportunities, to be fair, in the rail race. In the qualifying, not so much. It's just keeping it straight and stable through here, and we'll see what times we'll set. Stefan with a 2:19 rising to the top of the board. Katrina with a 2:21, and Stefan has already been knocked off the podium with a 2:19.1 by Matt Simkin. That is him here in the purple Mustang. Or is it the purple one or the red one?
It is the purple.
Sure here.
It is the purple
one.
And
purple one.
for reference, this is a new entry, I believe. It wasn't here with us in Oulton.
This is the Mustang Brothers, is it?
Team? It's the third teammate. There's another 5.9 Racing entry here, so it's good to see. Healthy bit of tow here from Hobbs ahead of him.
Yeah, well, I don't think they'll have we'll have enough time for another lap. Spa is one of them ones where you barely get.
I think it'll be 2. I think it'll be 2. These guys are saying 2 minutes something. So, and speaking of which, if anybody's watching and they want to get involved with some poll action, there is a Pro-Am Quali poll in the YouTube chat. So feel free to throw in some guesses. Have a vote for who you think might be up ahead, and we'll keep track of that as things stand.
Yeah, popped out the chat as well, just to keep an eye on that.
Lovely, lovely.
Wonderful. How do I hide the poll? Well, I can't see the chat now because it's just a poll. There we go.
And there's
Wonderful.
So much action on track at the moment. We've got Jessica Racer.
I know. Still no... oh, there's some more crashes here. Andre Barnaby, I think, making some contact.
Oh, there he
Not
goes.
sure what exactly happened here, yeah, but there's he had a two times incident, and then Barnaby probably just had a one times incident coming off.
So I can bring up the replay for that as well, and
perfect.
I'll let you decide. Already a ton of gravel on the outside there from the front.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just a bit too hard. I mean, easily done. No harm done though. Though that lap will not count, I believe. As we're coming here into god,
the same lap as well,
and he misses the chicane as well. Yeah.
Oh
god, and nearly makes some contact. That's some sketchy things.
That was Patara as well.
Matt Simkin improving his time. He's now on a 2:18.4. Kenny Hobbs in second with a 2:18.6, followed by Stefan Visser with a 2:19.3. So we're getting in the 2:18s now.
Yep.
In practice, we'll have a quick look. Practice, our fastest lap time was set by Austin William Campbell with a 2:16.5. So the Pro-Ams here are lacking about 2 seconds from the pros, which is to be expected. I mean, that's what classes are for. If the Pro-Ams are running the same times as the pros, then there wouldn't really be much point splitting them, would there now? Let's have a look as we're on board with Matt here, see if you can set another. We've got, what, a minute and 50 left in their time? It's 10 minutes each. I think, yeah, they can... yeah, I think they'll be able to make another lap. I mean, they're just making their way down, like, Brussels, is it? A no-name? Bruxelles?
Yeah. So, Bruxelles, yeah, no name.
Bruxelles, that's the one.
And I think Sipkin's probably backed out of his lap here.
Double gauche. See, I can't say these French words, like double gauche.
Double gauche, yeah. Give it a good go.
Campus is nice. I'll give a go for T15, which is curb pull rare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
something like that. See, if we go to the German tracks, I'll be able to say them all perfect because that's my main language. But French, I've never had a good thing for. As they make their way through Combe, I'm just going to say T15. and towards Blanchimont. We're currently watching Justin, who is sitting in P5 at the moment with 2:19.5s. Got Andre has done a lap now after his spin and crash earlier. It was a 2:32, so significantly off the pace in that BMW M4 GT3. We'll see if he does better in the race, I suppose. He'll not be able to have a chance to better himself this time. As they come just across the start finish, are we going to get any changes here? Barnum, he moves up to P3 with a 2:19 flat, basically. And the 10 seconds left. I think Olivia, is she going to make it? She's got 5 seconds. She still has to go through the chicane. Oh, that's going to be close.
I don't think she's got it.
No, she hasn't.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure everyone's backing up now as well. That's good to see. And Matt Simkin puts it on.
Yeah, we're now watching we've got Matt Simkin with the 2:18.4. That's quite impressive. I think that beats his practice time.
It should be, yeah. It should be, yeah.
He didn't even practice, so yeah, it beat with no practice or no valid practice laps, shall we say.
Yeah.
He manages to get himself on the top of the pro-ams, which will give him a really good advantage for the main race starts. As we see everyone on their in-lap now, and pros are coming up. Some people here are these black flags?
No. I think there's a few guys.
Olivia's got a furled black flag, and Kyle's got a furled black flag. I think that's just them. What's happening here?
It's likely them going into the off track, I'm going to assume. And
to let the pros past.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're just letting the pros pass. That makes total sense.
And just to give the pros also their due justice, let's get the pro.
See Billy warming up his tires here. As you can see, with the pros, we've got the red decals, so red wings, red numbers, and red mirrors. Nicely distinguishable, much better than last time. Got to say thank you for Khaled for getting all sorted for this race, because it makes things so much more visually appealing, I think. I think everyone will agree with that.
Appreciated.
And we're watching Billy here.
Pro Quali poll is up as well in YouTube chat, so get involved in that one.
He's just coming through Blanchimont.
You got it.
Yeah, down to the chicane. We'll figure out how to say. I can't even say the full track name. Spa-Francorchamps or something. Why is Matt Simkin still on track here? This is.
He set a faster lap, so
he shouldn't be
on track. I'm guessing.
Yeah, because he's now on 2:17. That's bizarre.
Naughty boy. We'll see if the stewards have anything to say about that. But let's just jump on board with a pro and see who is starting, so we can have a look at the winner from last time, Luke Andrews.
There's the brothers.
Yep.
Don't think I can show them a black flag. Show them a black flag? I don't know.
And whilst we've got them up on screen, a good chance as any to bring up the head-to-head between these two. As you can see here, camera currently following Luke, who's bested his brother, as you can see on the Pitbot head-to-head. Comparing their Oulton results, we've got the P2 and P1 in heats, with the second feature race being reverse grid, so very impressive climb from Luke. And we'll see if he can manage to keep that progress going.
Yeah, I mean, them two were extremely impressive last race, finishing 1-2 that day in one of them, and then the other one of them ended up in a bit of trouble. I think ended up being disqualified due to the incident, which has been rectified, I believe.
Yep.
I think. So we'll not be having any issues with that, as they're just looking to be coming back to. I keep picking this Blanchimont. Is it Blanchimont? Yeah,
It is
Blanchimont.
Blanchimont,
Not
yes.
Blanchimont.
Yes. You
You're saying Blanchimont. No, as I come down there, the 18. Where is that? 18. 18 is Billy Wright. He's currently in front of that field. So we'll see what lap time he sets coming across the line. And a 1:39. No, a 1:18.6. Not overly impressive. As we're now starting to see all the numbers come in. Austin William Campbell setting the fastest lap time with a 1:18.6. Overtaken by Jonathan Ogden with a 1:18.2. Billy Wright in third with a... Sorry, I'm saying one, I mean two. 2:18s. No one's setting 1:18s. That would be incredible. You're skipping off the track at that point. Seb Brown in fourth with a 2:18.6. Harry Shaw in fifth with 2:18.9. Thomas Dyer with a 2:18.9. And Ollie James Smith with a 2:19.2. Zane, Luke, Kyle and Jake have not set valid laps. So, yeah, each of them had a 1 times just while on the track. And going through, it would have been... When did this happen?
Right. We'll have a look.
Oh yeah, they both went into the gravel pit just coming into...
This is Ollie, I'm assuming.
Brussels. Bruxelles.
Bruxelles.
Or coming out of Bruxelles.
I can give you a nice little replay of this. Oh, as we just see Luke go off track as well. Here's the replay with
both
Ollie.
of them.
Ooh, healthy bit of curb.
Oh, yeah, spins it. Unfortunate. But we're on the way on our second lap. I'm sure they can recover from that. Though Jake has just gotten... that's another spin. Jake's just gotten another 1x just there. I wonder what's happened. Was that the same one?
Yeah, no, we just caught... I believe it was Jake.
Yeah, it's
off
the
track
same part again.
Yeah.
So Jake went off in the same area twice. Though his brother managed to get through it. Luke didn't get an off track there. So we'll see what the one of the better performers from last race. Last race, obviously, Luke was... So in the Heat 1, or the first race, we had Luke in P1 and Jake in P2. And then in the second race, we had Luke in P2 and Jake having the DQ. Luke seeming to be the better of the two, and there you go. No surprise. Luke Andrew, top of the board, 2:16.4. Incredible lap from him. Does that beat the entire practice lists? 2:16.5. Yeah, it does. Fastest in practice and qualifying for Luke Andrews. As we now see everyone except from Jake having set a lap. He did set a 2:17, but obviously it didn't count because of his incident. We'll see if he manages to get through. He had a 20.5 second black flag as well, which is not ideal when you're doing qualifying. Still got 2 minutes left, so plenty of enough time for one lap here to, well, finish this one lap. I don't think they'll have another one after that. Thomas Dyer just had a black flag as well. That would have been, again, I think coming... When was that? Coming up, where is that? Meridian, I think.
Meridian, yeah. That'll be the culprit for most people, really.
Oh, and we've got another incident by Kyle. Going off track. What's that? Oh, that's at the top of Neil Lescombes, coming down into Bruxelles. Turn 8. He's just had a bit of an off track.
He's having
Other than that,
quite a few issues here because my event log is getting lit up with off tracks from himself and Ollie from earlier as well. But let's see if we can grab some people crossing the line. Harry We saw him getting
Yep.
involved in that three-way fight last week at Oulton, right up on the curb
Billy,
track limit there.
Billy's just making up another position as well, so Billy's now P4.
And I think we're coming up to the end of the session now. A lot of
We
cars
are. We've
pulling
got
over.
41 seconds and people pulling into the pits. Oh, Jake has just set himself onto P2.
Yeah, fantastic time.
There you go.
We're gonna
So
stay here.
216.
Just gonna stay here on board with Cal whilst he finishes his lap,
Yeah.
to see if he jumps anyone. But I'll let you finish
See
your
what
point there.
happens.
Jake's done.
Yeah, so Jake's obviously a 217 flat. Not quite matching his brother, but better than anyone else in the entire field, which is very impressive. Also need to mention Matt Simkin in the Pro-Ams, pretty much splitting the pros in half. So 6 of the pros are ahead of the of Matt, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are behind Matt. So obviously a huge performance for him, outperforming the rest of his class by how much of it? About 8/10 of a second. He's faster than the rest of the Pro-Ams. So we'll see if that's just his qualifying skill or if he'll be able to keep that up during the race. It'll certainly be interesting to watch. We've got some fans for Kyle.
Yeah, that might have been Billy off on the side there. Poll has just concluded in the YouTube chat, so most people that voted giving a swing in for Austin, though he's unfortunately in the pits in P3. Quite a train formed here. This is the end of qualifying now. This is kind of the checkered flag for everyone, so whatever lap they can manage here, that's the best that they're going to get away with. Jake at the moment giving chase to Thomas and Dyer ahead of him. So nice little bit of slipstream. Coming out of Stavelo.
Yeah, I wonder how much slipstream actually that Mustang with its boxy thing will... well, I guess it'll need the slipstream actually. If it was a 911 or something, yeah, they're quite aerodynamic. But when you compare the Mustang to the car in front, it's got quite some area at the front, especially when you compare it to like a Ferrari or the McLarens. It must have some. Well, obviously, bit of contact there.
Yeah.
There must be some sort of advantage in the power though, because obviously the Mustang's being very fast at the moment in iRacing. And there was another 2 times incident to Ollie there just now.
I think he's going to rue that traffic there in the chicane, because his sector 4 time was nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, you should have a look at the incident that Ollie just happened at the end of that qualifying. That was quite brutal to watch. He just he decided to eat the sausage in the last chicane, and it was not pretty.
Oof.
Not pretty at all.
No, and that was from the spin earlier. That was from earlier, so I'm not quite able to get it. And
it's just lap 4 from him.
Oof. I haven't got it in my event log, so unfortunately it'll have to be for a highlight reel for another day. But
yeah, for sure.
Everyone has just finished up, so glad to announce that we've got a grid. And if you are at all interested in following the timing pages yourself, there is a timing link available for everyone to use and keep track of. It is a very long race, 90 minutes, so to keep track of all the action, all the swaps for position, pit stops, what people are doing, pit stop times, etc., all available at the link posted, made available by the lovely guys at SDK Gaming. And whilst we're on the topic, there is also a track map link if you want to know the sort of spread of action. That track map is available for people to use as well. I'd love to do a grid walk, but there's no one technically on track at the moment.
Yeah, we've still got 1 second left of quali, though that will change over now. We've got 5 seconds for a little break, and then we'll go through the grid. There we go. All of my thing is being reset, and the cars should be starting to line up now.
Lovely, lovely.
We have them out on track. There we go. Everyone's lining up.
There we go.
There we go. Wonderful. So we'll just have a. We'll go through. Should we go the Pro-Ams first? Or the
We'll
pros?
give it a little second. We've got some shy guys waiting to grid
Yeah.
up, no doubt, making sure
We're
they've
missing
got
one,
their
two, three, four, five, six, seven,
race
eight
setup.
people. No, 7 people left to grid, which is fine. All of the there you go. All of the pros except from Jonathan are gridded, and everyone except from Olivia's and Pro-Ams. So if we run through the pros first, while because it's only 8th place that's currently not gridded. There you go. All of Pro is gridded now. So in P1 we've got Luke Andrews, who is obviously last week's winner of race 1 and second up in race 2, showing a very dominant performance next to his brother Jake Andrews, who's runner up for race 1 and then sadly disqualification. Them two were showing incredible speed. Moving on to Austin William Campbell in the 555 Audi, also strong performance from him last week, lining up to Harry Shaw in that. I've not seen that one before. I don't think he was here last week.
He was.
But is it very pretty? Was he?
He was
in that same paint scheme?
It was
Oh.
not quite. So I do think it's a lovely change. He was involved in
Nice.
the fight between himself, Yanis Dyer, and there was a third driver involved as well. But my memory's failing me, so we'll just move on.
That's all right, yeah. Moving on, behind him, we've got Kyle Felvis in that green and white 911, having some issues in qualifying with some spinning and other things, but still setting a decent lap time.
Shout out
as
to
we're starting to
Project
roll off.
91 as well, fellow teammate.
Yeah. All right, nice. Moving on, we've got Billy Wright from Phoenix Sim Racing, obviously the organisers of this event. However, he's racing, so just to assure everyone, he doesn't have any sort of say in any steering or anything like that. Moving on, behind them, we've got Seb Brown in his Mercedes AMG GT3. Lovely paint scheme there. And next to him is the first of the Pro-Ams, which is Matt Simkin, another one of the 5-9 drivers. Behind them, Jonathan Odkin and Ollie James Smith. Ollie having a bit of issues at the end of qualifying there, hitting one of the curbs. And behind him is Thomas Dyer next to Kenny Hobbs. We've then got Olivia Krzyżanowska in the Ironbird Corvette next to Zane Queka in the gold and black Porsche 911. Barnaby Brewster in the Mercedes AMG next to Stefan Visser. Behind them, Justin Van Huysen next to Armandeep Patara. A lot of AMGs. Katharina Geisler next to Freddie Carter. Andre Lesser Tierney next to Jessica Vesser. And then up the rear we've got Jensen Floyd Oram, who, as we said, had a qualifying ban, hence he is starting at the back. However, we can have a quick look at him. So he was setting 2:17.6s in practice, so he is competitive. That would have put him, what would that have put him? 2:17.16, somewhere around 2:17.6.
And we're coming up to the start line
G3.
now.
Right, there we go, as we make our way onto the front straight, heading into that first difficult corner of La Source.
And again, don't get caught out like I just did, because this is the Grand... This is not the Grand Prix pits layout, where this would have been the start line. It is around the corner. So
it's the endurance layout.
Yeah, I definitely would have rear-ended someone by now if I was on track, so good thing I'm not.
Well, no one has yet. The pace car has entered the pits, so it's up to the leaders to form up nicely as we wait for the green flag. And it's green flag now. We're setting off, and we have an hour and 30 minutes remaining in this race as they make their way down into Eau Rouge and Redillion. Getting through there nicely without much incident, I think, so far.
Yep.
Look at that field. Oh, that's stunning.
Kyle is getting threatened here by Harry on the right side for him. Our left on screen. Billy Wright on his side as well.
Free wide action.
Yeah.
Free wide action this early on the race. I mean, to be expected, to be fair. That's in Le Combs.
Who's that? Was that, I think that might have been Hobbs.
We've had some contact from Barnaby onto Kenny Hobbs, yeah. And also an off-track from Justin, maybe to avoid them. Olivia here on screen fighting for P13, that will be.
Yeah.
Um,
Not
some
quite
more
pro-am.
off tracks here.
Yeah, looking a bit further ahead. Ollie James Smith almost 3 wide. We've got a guy going off. It is Austin again. It is Austin
Incredible.
again.
Very busy here.
He's going
Oh,
down.
there he is down there. Yeah, Austin's sitting in the gravel pit just off Bruxelles.
And he's towed again.
Off Double Gauche.
So we're gonna cut to replay. We're gonna cut to replay real quick.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, and that was him towing. Oh, and that's
Matt
Matt
Simkin. Might have gotten a bit of help here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, Matt Simkin helped him into the wall there. He's going to be fuming. Same kind of start to his race than it was last time.
Right,
not ideal.
Going towards the back of Pro-Am here. Andre Leser and Tyree.
Launch him on into the chicane. We'll see if anyone makes any daring moves into the chicane. Under braking. Some flashing from the rear of the field from an I-11. Now, why does that seem familiar from last week?
It's Freddie Carter again. Oh.
Of course it is. And yeah, I've got some off tracks, but nothing major. No contacts I can see. A lot of incident points are getting collected.
Yep.
A wide line here for Andre, making sure he gets through there safely in P23.
Zane's gone through on
Zane goes
Olivia.
around Olivia, yeah.
Very good.
I don't have overtakes on my thing, sadly, but that's fine. Yeah, some very nice and tight-knit racing here. The field hasn't really spread out that much. There's a clear sort of separation between Pro and Prams, except for Matt Simkin, who's running in P6. However, he's got a furled black flag.
Olivia is going for overtake here. See the onboard on the
inside.
Nice.
She's getting back on. Who would that be? Zane.
Yeah.
Is she gonna make it? I think she'll have to tuck in behind here again. Or is she gonna stick to the? No, she sticks it to the inside. It's gonna be another right turn upcoming, and someone makes the move on Olivia. That's Kenny, I think, making a move on her.
Yeah.
She goes slightly wide here, and I think Kenny and then Barnaby behind her as well.
Oh, he's gonna go from bad to worse here if Barnaby manages to keep going. I think he does.
Yeah,
I think
he's got the outside. Though the next one, yeah, he does. That's unfortunately not the best execution on the overtake on, or attempted overtake on Zane there by Olivia. To be fair, he is a pro driver and she's pro-am, so
and more
there'll be a
fights
distinction there
going on here.
Yeah, more fighting. We've got Matt Simkin fighting through the pro field. All the cars behind him you see are all pro, and he's obviously pro-am, as you can see by the colours on their windscreen. I'm sure they're getting quite frustrated with him, obviously they want to catch Billy right up front. But he's almost holding them up here. You can see them just queuing behind him. I'm surprised he's not getting flashed a lot more than what we can see here. A group consisting of Seb, Jonathan, Ollie, Thomas, and is Zane there as well? No, just 3 of them actually.
Yeah, no,
Seb,
he's
Jonathan,
quite a ways off of this.
And Thomas is a little bit back at 31 seconds. Or 33 tenths. Yeah. He's still, I mean, he's making good pace here. I'm quite impressed with how he's able to hold off all of these pro drivers, doing some good defensive driving. Obviously, defensive driving, one of the hardest things you'll be able to learn, and one of the few things where people don't tend to learn because they just tend to do stupid moves or just give up positions because they overdrive corners. But clearly, Matt Simkin has been either taught by his teammates who are incredible drivers, or he's picked them up from somewhere else because he's defending against these pros an issue and driving away from them there.
Speaking of his teammates, Jake Andrews being given the chase by
still on the lead.
Kyle
being marginally faster actually last lap than Jake. So Jake's at a 17.775 and Kyle's at a 17.744, as there's more black flags here. Jensen's with a slow down and Billy Wright a furled black flag as well. Doesn't exactly tell me how long of a flag though, unfortunately. But that will maybe impact him with 1 or 2 positions.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, Matt Simkin is right behind him, so I'm sure. Yeah, so he had a 22.1 second took him to serve that. But Matt hasn't been able to take advantage, although he's very close on his hills now. Matt Simkin being right behind Billy. And as we can still watch, there we go, we can see here, he's actually got around, no he's not yet, but he's going for it. You can definitely see that penalty has brought Billy into his clutches. As we've got some movement in the Pro-Am section, I believe Olivia's making some of her positions back as well. Oh, this is a good battle to watch.
Yeah, we're going through.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good battle here between, who's that? Billy Wright, Jonathan Odkin. Oh! Oh, and they all take each other
Billy
out.
White didn't go there, and that was live.
Oh, that's a terrible way to go through Blanchimont. Too wide is sketchy. That is Blanchimont, eh? Yeah. 2 wide is already sketchy enough for Blanchimont, but going 3 wide is...
Well, that's
not
not
a good idea.
And they're still fighting just ahead of him. We'll cut to a replay there where we can.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh! That's Carter going round.
And there's some more spinning. That's the Porsche. Is that Freddie?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Freddie Carter spinning, nearly taken out. Who was that? Was that Jessica? He was nearly taken out there.
Yeah. All right, let's try and do this justice with the replay, I guess.
Let's get a good angle of this. I'm sure that will be looked at
afterwards.
God, look at Billy's car. It's absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
He will not be happy.
And that's Armandeep as well. I think Armandeep got involved in that incident as well. All right, let's see if we can grab a replay here. So this is the point where they all went off track together, heading into Blanchimont.
Oh, it looks like Ogden just turns left here turns right here for some reason. I'm not sure. Could that be a steering wheel disconnect? Maybe.
I mean, think he tried to track out. Possibly, it was very difficult
because he was going straight and then he just pulls right. I don't know if we can get on board of that, but it definitely looked like, look at him. He's just, or is that netcode? It might be a bit of netcode actually, with Matt kind of tapping him in the right.
That's rough.
Rear.
That's very rough.
Yeah, I've rarely seen cars flipped at Spa, to be honest.
This is Armandeep, who lost their bumper at some point, so it has to have happened here in the chicane. Billy.
I think he probably taps someone. No?
Oh, seems fine.
Oh, he's already got a lost bumper.
He's already got it by that point, yeah. Goodness me.
That's Billy Wright coming out of the pits now, so he's had a minute and 23 seconds in the pits. He's the first one to leave the pits out of them 3. The other 2 of Matt and Jonathan still being in the pits, as well as Austin.
Yeah, so this is Matt just limping it in. So we'll save him his blushes and keep it going.
Yeah. Let's have a bit of an update. Luke and Jake still in P1, setting blazing lap times of 2:16s. Absolutely incredible. Kyle Felvish has fallen back to No, he was always P3, sorry. He's not overtaken Jake yet, though. He is about... So, Jake's got a gap of 2.8 from Luke, and then Kyle's got 0.45. In the Pro-Ams, we've now got a new P1, obviously, because Matt has died, to put it politely.
Mildly, yeah. So that's Kenny
Hobbs in P1, followed by Barnaby, and then Olivia working her way up through from that earlier overtaking him. You can just see here in the back there, split up by Zane Kweka.
I'm gonna assume it's Kecha, but
yeah, we're getting some worrying incident counts as well. Obviously, this one has been changed to, what was it, 20 for a slowdown, and then we have a DQ.
I believe it is 30x for a drive-through.
Yeah,
no disqualification.
30 on a drive-through, no disqualification. Okay, never mind then. We've got plenty of play here. Obviously, you don't want to get to that drive-through, and there's still an hour and 19 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. And the people with 10 incidents have used a third before their drive-through, and a drive-through will properly disable you here. Not something you want, as we're watching Ollie and Zane at the same time. Obviously, that's the P5 and P9, which Zane is in the battle with those Pro-Ams. Kenny obviously ahead of him in that really nice red.
Mustang.
Is that pink? Pink, red?
I'm pretty sure it's red,
pink
but,
slash
you can,
black. I
give it a
think
close
it's
look.
I think it's like a reddish pink. But the really nice paint scheme, you'll see it's the sister team of Phoenix Sim Racing. Their name being Luna Rose Racing, who are actually entering their first real-life race soon, down in England. Can't remember the actual track, but they've got an MR2 that they. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, some overtaking here. Kyle's trying to get past Jake, and Jake and Luke are not as paired up as they were last time. Now, I don't know if... Do you know if anyone's got double drivers for this, or if everyone's just single stinting it? Because the option is there, I believe, to run 2 drivers for this event. So
I'm pretty sure it should be solo. I think the Silverstone round at the end of the season is the one that's...
Oh, is that just Silverstone? Right,
yes,
I see.
yes. As far as I'm concerned, 90 minutes is a strictly solo affair.
Yeah, that makes sense. Right, yeah, Kenny's still in between those. I believe, has everyone come back out of pit road? Matt Simkin left the pit road. He was in there for 2 minutes and 31, which is brutal. And he's getting a lot of blue flags here, which is nice.
Kyle's still right up on the back of Jake here.
Yeah,
I think he's got the inside line.
Do you think it's... Yeah, he's got it here. Coming into... I still not remember that. Double gauche? That gauche? Gash?
Puon. That's how I tend to call it.
What? Oh, Pohon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another name for it. Aye. This is also the thing. Like, these tracks have got every
side
season.
by side.
Oh, it's some good racing though. A bit of contact. Nothing major. Bit of door banging. Doesn't really matter. But it does give Jake the lead back. But Kyle's on him. We'll see if he gets past him. Do you think he'll be able to get to Luke, who's 3.5 seconds ahead, or do you think he'll not manage?
These guys are setting like low 217s. Luke, I'm assuming half asleep, is doing 217 flat anyway, so he should be fine. I don't think he'll be on the threat outright. But
I mean, Luke set a fastest lap time of he's just set a 2:16.7 as you're saying that, so
yeah,
that's the fastest lap of the race once again. He's fastest in sector 3 and sector 4.
Alright, go for it.
Out of the
he touched the
entire
wall.
field.
He touched the wall.
Yeah. Touching the wall is fine. That's not a problem. I mean, I think in real life that bit is a bit off tracky. If you go too close, you get a penalty. But iRacing, you can use as much of that bit as you want. Just need to make sure you don't get a slowdown through here. Radillion? Yeah.
Radion. Yeah.
Is a bit up. Radion. Radion.
Yep.
Radillion.
Jonathan Ogden's view. He is lapped. I was thinking this might have been for position.
Well, this is a beautiful view on this battle. That 911 just right on the heels. Obviously, big difference in cars. You've got a rear engine rear-wheel drive versus a front engine rear-wheel drive. Well, they're all rear-wheel drive. I don't even know why I mentioned that. But obviously, the weight distribution, big difference. Much easier for the Mustang to turn into a corner, but then they tend to struggle coming out a bit. While the 911, you'll have a harder time coming in, but you get more traction on your rear as you're trying to accelerate again. So that might be where some of you can see they're bouncing kind of back and forth between who's in the lead, who's closing up. Obviously the Porsche also maybe a bit more sketchy to drive, having all that weight at the rear. It's a bit more easy to lose, I would say, from having driven them before. I quite like my front engine cars. I like the better turning and then the acceleration kind of can... It can be second, but on a track like Spa, where you've got the big straights, there is an advantage for the 911, having a bit more of a faster move off. Bit of action here from Ollie and Seb, is it?
Yep.
No contact, nothing major. It was a bit of an off track for Armand Deep. Nothing major, I don't think. More blue flags throughout the field. Let's have a look as they're coming towards the chicane. And through the chicane nicely. Onto the, well, not the front straight for us, front straight for other races. Always gets you when, I don't know if you've ever done a race and you thought you're coming out of the pit lane, but then you've actually exited at the wrong place and hit a tyre stack or cones and got a nice black flag for that. Definitely have done that before. Stupid way to mess up your race. Obviously, we're racing the long pit lane here, and if you come out of the first entrance, you'll get hit with an unsafe pit exit, which is not something you want. Speaking of pitting, how many laps of fuel are we thinking these guys can run here? We're on lap 7 at the moment. Surely we're going to be starting to look at some fuel consumption and strategies here soon, no?
Hopefully. I think Jensen is probably worried more about the overtake he's doing right now.
So he is.
He's managed to clear Stefan. I wonder if Stefan will get right back at him, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Jensen up to P11 overall, yeah, and P11 overall, P3 in class. So very good performance here. Yeah.
I just realised my position doesn't update live for some reason.
Oh, Kenny Hobbs had a moment. Katarina had a moment as well. Ooh, I think Katarina might have gone off there in the gravel there. At no name.
Oh no.
A little bit of kitty litter. Yeah. She'll live. Kenny Hobbs in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
This is heading up to the bus stop. Running Zane very narrow. Oh, and then he gets turned.
Oh!
Oof.
Is that live?
That was a replay.
That's not. That's a replay from Kenny. I was wondering where he'd gone. Leaving Barnaby in P1 though, of the Pro-Ams, and Olivia in the P2.
Yeah.
And she's not too far of Zane again. So we'll see if she tries to make another move and if this one goes better than the last one.
I'm not sure if I want to be in prime lead at this point anymore. It seems like a bit of a cursed position as Zane goes for the move there. Oh, contact.
And they make some netcode contact, maybe. Looked a bit bouncy,
Zane.
but no incidents, so I don't know. Maybe
so
there was.
Now it's a pro in the midst of Pro-Am. There goes Zane, side by side, given room.
Oh.
Whoa, tracks way out.
Enough.
And then
and
now...
then you're right, Pro-Am P1.
Yeah, Olivia, watch out here. Pro-Am P1 is cursed today.
I mean, they all have been driving around Zane. I don't want to say anything, but he does have 9 incident points, which is
that's very
5 incident points more than anyone ahead of him in Pro.
Jensen...
Olivia making the move to the side and Jensen sticking behind Olivia, trying to maybe give her a bit of a push. Obviously, them two are...
Oh, contact behind with Barnaby.
Oh. Was that Barnaby and Jensen having a bit of contact?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Olivia falling back again. She just can't... She can get side by side with him, but then she can't get past. It must be the... Again, I mean, she's a mid-engine car. That's a rear engine car, so maybe a bit more speed on the straights, but... Yeah, she seems to be better on corner entrance. I mean, Olivia here, let's have a look. So Olivia doing 2:18.5, her best one, while Zane's is a 2:18.7. So Olivia can do faster lap times, and she has been doing faster lap times recently. Last lap was a 2:21, while Zane was doing 2:21.01s. And as we come through this lap, we'll see who's faster sector per sector. Zane being bit slower in the first sector, bit faster in the second sector by about 0.3, faster in the third sector by 0.2, and then as they finish here, we'll see if Olivia can beat him in the last sector, kind of splitting it even.
I think Olivia's probably looking in the rear view mirror here more than the front.
Yeah,
Jensen's right up on her right now, and so's Barnaby, who's smelling blood in the water after being bloodied there on turn 1 this lap.
Well, makes a bit of move into the chicane.
Very optimistic. Oh, and he managed to make it work.
Makes it stick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Very Oh, and he goes off track. That'll be a black flag, most likely for
It might not
Barnaby
be. I don't think
here.
I've seen a slowdown on that side before. Jensen is
You
going to
don't think so?
feel like he's going to get in there. And he goes deep again. That allows
Yeah,
Stefan
you're right. And we've
Visser to
got
go
our
through.
first. I think we've got our first pits, by the way. Justin Van Housen and Katarina Geiser have just entered the pits as well. So pit cycles might be starting to come in here.
Seems a
with
bit
some
early,
early
no?
curves.
That's 20 minutes into this race.
I honestly don't know.
Oh.
I've not done testing for this track in a while, so I don't know what the current GT3 cars can run on fuel. They're about 100 litres.
We'll see what strategy says in a moment.
Yeah,
Barnaby pulls
Barnaby
clear.
ahead of that group. And we've still got, who's that? Justin and...
Jensen and Stefan, yes.
Yeah, fighting it. And Jensen's coming on top. Fun fact, we've just had 100 incidents in the first 21 minutes.
Oof. And that's Kenny Hobbs
So,
right there.
Look at about 300 incidents for the whole race if it keeps going like this.
Yeah. Well,
Kenny trying to fight his way back after being spun, unfortunately. I don't know if he went for a pit. Let's have a look. Kenny.
no, he did not. He just
no, he didn't pit. No, so it
did
didn't
have
seem like much damage to him.
He did have an incident earlier. We played the replay. We can do so again here. So this was about a few minutes ago. Again, this was the spin when he was trying to fight Zane earlier. So he squeezed him a little bit.
And flashes, and Zane's just like, nope, you're not doing that to me. And
this cost him quite a few positions here. So
that
he
was the end of that.
He was in the lead of Pro-Am, I think, at the time. Right now, he does seem to have the better of Stefan, who not quite lets him go, but does see the inside of Blanchimont into the bus stop.
Oh, we don't want to go too wide in Blanchimont. Earlier, 3 wide was already enough action, so
Yeah, I've
definitely need to be careful through there.
yeah, I've had my fill there.
Yeah, it's we've got some more people pitting as well at the back there. I've just seen someone come in. That's Jessica Vesser on pit road.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Well, yeah, people are taking fuel because these are 152, 154 pit stops. So, Freddie Carter now coming to pits as well. So it's mostly the back of the field who are maybe trying to do a bit of strategy play as we get into 23 minutes. 40, that's a weird way to split it because then you're running... You're going to have to almost pit 4 times. You almost probably want to try and split this into 3 stints, half an hour each.
Yeah.
That's how I would split it, if you can.
Depends what the fuel cap is, if they've applied one. But compared to what they were running normally last week, we'll see how things continue. Kenny with a very deep send here.
Big lunge onto Barnaby, yeah.
Barnaby's been going backwards and forwards and backwards here. It looks like it might be backwards. Jensen
Shuts
beat
the
him
door on
earlier.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a bit of weather change here as well? It looks like we're getting way more foggy.
Yes.
I mean, the track temperature has been sort of consistent going down. We started in about the 30s. We're now on 29.4. Air temperature on 19.2. Yeah, we've got a bit of fog coming in.
Though no rain is enabled, but forecast is clear. Barnaby
Yeah,
goes to the
forecast.
gravel, so he don't know if the forecast accounts for gravel in the air. Kenny's got the
No, I think
inside.
Kenny takes the advantage of that, yeah. So this is interesting. Freddie Carter has just come out on wet tires.
I don't believe that. I would not be surprised if that's.
He's running wet tires.
I will. We'll see how he managed to get on.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Seb Brown.
Tires, they might be a bit faster, but they'll shred, eh? Is that? Oh, we've got a big incident here. 4x for Barnaby, Kenny, and Stefan.
Was that just
so
now?
I think something happened before with them four.
It was in the pit lane, I think it was.
What do you think? They hit into each other in pit? That can't be.
Yeah.
Before pit lane? Because there's no contact in pit lane, is there?
It will be. It will have been before they entered, so we'll see if we can cut to that. So here we go as they enter. This is a replay. This is not live. So there's Stefan Visser. So there's a contact there. There we go.
It's just a bit of a traffic queue, and then Stefan backs out of it and doesn't go down pit road. Yeah, I'm very confused about those wet tires, not gonna lie. That's bizarre. Do you think that might have been a mistake?
100%. 100%. Even if it were to start raining right now, it will take easily well clear of 5 minutes minimum.
I mean,
for it to
yeah,
actually
you could have
get
been looking at a
anywhere.
fog and thinking maybe there's rain coming, but we do have radars in iRacing, and I mean, the radar will tell you there's absolutely no rain approaching. So, yeah, it's a bit bizarre, to be honest.
Yep.
But we'll see what lap times he sets on these wet tires, to be fair. He's not set a fastest lap yet. He's currently setting 2:26s, which is not great.
Just on board here with
Olivia.
Olivia. Yeah. Jensen just
We
behind.
are still leading Pro-Ams. Now, Olivia is setting slower lap times than Jensen last lap around by about a second.
Oh, Jake Andrews is in the pits.
No, there's one of our leaders. And so is Kyle. It looks like Luke is staying out though. So Luke running a bit longer here. I think we'll mostly start seeing everyone now. Yeah, Harry Shaw coming into pits as well. Barnaby has pitted already as well. Thomas Dreyer in the pit, Seb Brown in the pit. Everyone is coming in now. Now this will cause a bit of traffic when they rejoin.
Ooh, a bit wide from Kyle there. I hope he doesn't got a black flag there. Pro-Am.
Just
Head of Pro-Am is pitting now as well.
Zane got a black flag as well. That's fine. Yeah, everyone's pitting now. Olivia and Olivia's
blinking.
Oh,
just blinking.
She has some internet issues there. I was hoping for her that her internet didn't just disappear. As Matt Simkin has just set his best lap of the race with a 2:17. That's not bad. We'll just have to kind of wait until this all plays out. We've got both. Luke is.
Did Olivia just get jumped in the pits? She did.
Did she?
Yeah, she's now at the back. What a.
No, surely not.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
that is interesting.
Jensen and Stefan. Oh no, just Stefan. What happened here? Are you watching the replay?
This is live. This is live. Basically, most of the field has pitted here. You've got your Pro-Am head of field on the top of shot. Jake Andrews, who was P2 before the pits, is still out. Ahead in P2, ahead of Kyle. It seemed to have gotten a bit of a gap. Yeah.
Just coming back onto the track there. We'll see where Olivia comes out. So, what did you think happened here?
I have no idea. So let's bring up a replay.
Is it just your timings? Is it just your timing screen that's messed up or something?
No, because we saw Olivia when Olivia entered pit lane. It was So let's have a look here. All right, so we've got a good replay here. So now we've got Olivia entering the pit lane ahead of Jensen and Stefan. She is blinking, but there's no reason for her to lose pace.
Do you think she maybe stopped in the wrong pit stop?
Oh, she might have, yeah. So she's looking for a pit box that's not there. Oh,
I think she's getting confused between the rear and the front pit lane.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, that's devastating.
I know the panic. You're looking for a pit man or lollipop man that's not there.
Yeah.
But
you're coming to the end of the pit lane and you're like, have I turned them on? Because if you change the graphics too much, they just disappear completely.
Yeah.
Now,
leader's in the pits.
To be fair, leader is in the pits. Her pit time wasn't. She had a 41.5 pit time, which is. Oh no, sorry. She had an overall 138.2, while both the cars ahead of her had. So Kenny had a 133.9 and Jensen had a 136.2. So about Olivia. 2 seconds slower than Jensen and 5 seconds slower than Kenny. So that'll be what's happened here, and that's kind of reflecting their times on track now, with Jensen being 0.3 back from Kenny and then Olivia being a second back from Jensen.
Yep. And just want to focus on this fight here before
Bit
some
of battle here.
strategy implications later. Seb Brown
Thomas
right
Dyer.
on the back of Dyer.
And that's for P5 in pros at the moment. As they shoot into the chicane. Now, the Porsche should have a bit of an advantage of being on the inside. We'll see if either of them pulls anything outrageous into La Source. The Mercedes does have the... Oh! Cuts in front of him and... Is he going to have the run off the corner? Yeah, he's going to have the run down into Eau Rouge. Did you know Eau Rouge is called Eau Rouge because of the river that runs through the racetrack?
No.
Yeah, so there's a river that runs through the racetrack. That's called Eau Rouge, and Eau Rouge goes over that river. And that's why it's called Eau Rouge.
Lovely.
The river just runs next to the pedestrian tunnel that you can take through underneath Eau Rouge. Lovely track to go to, by the way. I went this year. Incredible. It's in a beautiful area as well. Did you know there used to be a big circuit as well for Eau Rouge? It was like a couple of kilometers, like huge.
Oh.
It's just at the back of, so the back of like Homs, I think. It would cut up north more, and then it would join back. I think it was at Blanchimont or the chicane, where it would cut back, and it basically was like half the size of the Nordschleife.
The old historic layout.
Yeah, the historic track.
Yes,
But
yes.
they cut it because it was just, well, it was just 3 straights, and it was a bit boring to watch, to be honest. And maybe a bit dangerous because people were getting up to some ridiculous speeds. As we watch Jensen fight Kenny, is it? Yeah, Kenny back in P1 of Pro-Am. Interesting. Don't know. Obviously, he's pitted earlier, so he'll be on a slightly different... Did he pit earlier?
He did pit earlier by about a lap compared to Jensen and Olivia. And so his tyres were nice and warmed up by about a lap. So that's very good running there. Also of note in that out of the entire field, I think Luke probably went the longest. So our pro leader, he went the longest. So technically, if he's fuel saving, if he manages to keep that up, he only needs 1 more pit stop compared to everybody else who probably needs 2, I think.
So yeah, Luke did 33, nearly 34 minutes or 13 laps. There is other people who managed to do 31 minutes. So basically all of the pros in the top 6, they managed to do 32s.
Yep.
And then Luke did a 34 minute. So they'll all be able to do it on 2 stops. Ollie, he only managed to do a 29.4. So with some fuel saving, he'll be able to make it as well. People that won't be is Billy, who's done a weird strategy because obviously he's been crashed out. Let's see who else. Jessica, she did a 27.45. Justin and Katrina, they all did 25s. So they'll have to do a bit of a different strategy. Not sure why they're choosing to do that. Or if the pros are just doing a lot of fuel saving and they maybe are just going flat out. But we'll see how that evolves throughout the race. I have so many windows open on my screen at the moment. I've got like... It's overloading me. I've just had to pull up Garage 61 to get my stints and everything.
Oh, Jessica
Certainly
here.
a lot to look at. Jessica on a move on. Is that Barnaby?
Yes,
is she a lap car?
No, this
Or
is 4
she-
position.
is this for-
It's 4 position.
Oh, wow.
Barnaby runs it narrow, stays side by side,
Oh.
all over the curb, gives enough space to
Through the
Jessica, who
cones.
pulls through.
Jessica's going to have the advantage, yeah, coming down into Bruxelles here.
This is going
But
to be another
he is
send from
still on the
Barnaby.
inside.
No, it's not.
Nope, he backs out. Is that a SpongeBob car? It looks like a SpongeBob
It is a
car.
default iRacing livery.
Ah, I thought it was a SpongeBob. I've seen a couple of them recently. But that makes sense why she's got the iRacing sponsors on there. As they come down
And
into Double Gouge.
if I'll take the chance for the little plug here to shout out the sponsors of the stream, IR Sidekick as well. They've been very helpful in getting the decals working, and as well as
Mhm.
showcasing some lovely livery tools and such. So if you're at all interested in having some nice tools, alternatives to trading paints, managing your profiles, controls, and such, do give the Sidekick Discord a little look. Lots of tools for everyone who's at all interested. So you just need to check the YouTube chat and yeah, give it a look. Meanwhile, got quite a bit of action here, especially at the head of the train in Pro. We've pretty much still got the Andrews brothers doing their thing,
Leading the
coming up to
race.
traffic now. Luke just managing to lap, I believe that's Freddy and Andre at the bottom of Pro-Am. And I will give people a chance to get their votes in on the poll at the moment.
We should set up a betting thing, like actual betting.
Let's.
That'd be great. I would put
I
all my
think
money on Luke.
there's enough gambling going around nowadays, so I won't dip my hat.
My money would be my money would be going on Luke to win the championship and probably most of the races. But you never know. Some people haven't raced yet, so there might be someone that suddenly pops up that goes, nope. Plus, he will have to fight his way through some traffic with our other races, which obviously run in the reverse grid format for the second race. So we'll see if he is able to keep cutting through traffic like he did on the first race, or if he might get involved in some incidents. Who knows? It's not as straight cut as that with this racing format, obviously. If it was just qualifying and racing every time, then I think Luke would have a pretty good guarantee here. But that's not the case, is it?
No. And let's have a look here. I think Stefan's right on the back of Barnaby.
So he is. Both in the Mercedes AMGs, so because of our fixed setup league, it will all come down to driver skill here. Identical car, identical setup, pretty identical pits, I think. As he goes to the side and their fight side by side, but Barnaby just pulls out a little bit ahead. Making their way down to Blanchimont. See if either of them is able to get a bit of an advantage coming through here. Now you can take this flat, but it can get sketchy, especially when your tires wear down in some of the cars. Some of them is nice and flat, some of them a bit of lift. Either way, they come down into chicane, which is a nice opportunity for Stefan to make up some time on Barnaby here. Just taking that chicane a little bit better, I think. He's making up the time on the straight into La Source. Any moves here? We'll have a look. He doesn't have the distance, unfortunately, to make any sort of safe moves. And we do like to see some safe driving. So, as we've got Kenny and Jensen on the bottom as well, fighting a bit. And they're just coming through... Where are they at? Kenny, they're at the bottom of Bruxelles. Yeah, that's Bruxelles. Just coming into turn 9 and then heading towards double gauche. Am I calling this right?
Yeah. I call it Puan for a reason. It's a lot easier to say.
Puan.
So.
Puan. So I'm going to write that on my little track map here. Ooh.
And I'll end the poll here.
I've just spelt it P-O-H-A-N on my map. So that's definitely not how you spell it in French, is it?
Oh no, P-O-U-H-O-N. One.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Olivia is fighting to try and get with these two as well. She is setting not quite fast enough lap times to match them, unfortunately. So I don't know if she'll be able to catch these. But once they get a bit closer, they should slow down a little bit, giving her an edge just to catch up. As we can see, Jensen trying to make a move coming into the chicane here. But again, not being close enough to make anything stick. We do have a separate... So we've got Kenny, Jensen, and Olivia just splitting up the pros. Other than that, they're all together. Zane and Jonathan just not being with the lead pack, being a mix those pro-ams. As far as... I'm just having a look as well. As far as things being lapped down, I believe everyone is on the lead lap.
Yep. And
So Luke is down there.
the only one not on the
Yeah,
lead lap in
everyone...
the timing is Austin, who is not racing with us anymore. So
yeah, Austin has unfortunately retired after a first lap major crash, which might have just killed his race car permanently, which is unfortunate because there is no second race today. And I think he needs the points.
he'll probably make use of the drop round. So
Well,
he'll have to lock in for the rest of the season, I think.
He's in P8 at the moment during the on the results. Sorry, on the points schemes, because he came in first in one of the races. So yeah, he came in P1 in the second race. So he got 31 points from that, which puts him with 42 points in the top 10 nicely. So he's got a bit of a gap, so it's not too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was. But still, he obviously race 2 being out of the race that early sucks, because you're not getting the experience either with your fellow racers. As we've got, well, my feed's just being lit up with blue flags here, mainly for Freddie Carter in his 911. Let's see. As we're watching Jensen, still trying to get to Kenny. That's Freddie there.
Ooh.
Oh, as he runs wide once again. I don't think he likes this track very much. Or the track doesn't like him. Is he still flashing, do you think, every car?
Probably. We've unfortunately not had much of a chance to feature him on the broadcast. Had a lot of fights elsewhere. I assume, yeah, he gets out of the way quite nicely here. One of the other cars as well in the session that aren't running a livery at the moment.
Yeah. Both of the non-livery cars together.
Yes, yeah. In terms of liveries on track, I mean, since we've got the Sidekick sponsorship here, might as well highlight a few of them on track. We've got
Kenny, obviously, in that lunar one, very pretty.
Yeah.
Matching Billy Wright's Phoenix Sim Racing one. You can kind of see that they're sister teams, obviously, with a similar, obviously one's pink, reddish. Looks a bit like PewDiePie pattern. Do you remember that?
It's been a while since I've heard the name, and I never used to watch it. So.
Well, it looks a bit like that. It looks a bit like the PewDiePie pattern. Obviously, Billy running the similar orange, weavy, black half split car, which is a very pretty car as well. I don't know if we can cut to that.
There we go.
There we go. So we've got the same sort of idea, just with orange for Phoenix, while Luna is running the rose. Oh, they are getting... And Olivia's caught up, and Olivia's got a beautiful Iron Brew paint scheme. Totally not designed by me or anything. But yeah, we love a bit of Scottish representation while we're speaking about the paint schemes. I also do quite like the red and silver Mercedes. Now I've forgotten who it was, but it is very pretty. Let me have a look.
I'm just trying to bring up another poll here. So we've got, whilst we've got the 3 contenders for Pro-Am fighting it out right now, there is a poll for who people think are going to be the Pro-Am winner. So take your pick, I guess.
It's Seb's Mercedes. That's the one I quite like. The silver, red, and thingy.
Is I'm assuming Olivia is probably blinking on your end as well.
Yeah, so Olivia is having so on my like race control thing, tells me every time she goes to blink, and it's just every like minute she has a blink. But that's Scottish internet for you sometimes.
Jensen right up on the back of Hobbs. Decides to pull out onto the racing line. Hobbs squeezes over, still well clear, but on a defensive line. All over the curb. Still well ahead here, heading down to Bruxelles.
Just message her to kick her family off the Wi-Fi.
Lovely.
Hopefully that will means we can watch her race a bit better.
She did drop off the back of this pack briefly, which was a shame because she was right there.
Catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Simkin has just set another fastest lap for himself. So that's a 2:17.5, which is quite impressive, to be fair.
That is pretty much the fastest lap on track at the moment. Jensen goes for it here on the inside, and good composure there from Kenny to stick to the racing line. Would have been well compromised if he didn't tuck in.
Some good defending here, though. I think Jensen's hungry for it. He's not letting it go, and he runs wide here, just collecting the incident points. And let's have a look at Jensen. He's on. He's got some play with. He's only got 3 incident points so far, while Kenny has 14.
Ollie James
Jensen.
Smith in the pits.
So he is. Let's have a look at what he's doing there. So that is his second pit stop. And we're just at 4. We're nearly halfway. So he's clearly splitting this into 4 stints. Just having a look at his previous pit stops. He is 8. So he did 11 laps, and now he's done 9 laps. So he's interesting. I don't know why you'd split it into 4. Like some cars here are maybe not as fuel efficient as the others. It'd be very cool to be able to see like a miles per gallon like fuel consumption stat on these cars.
So iRacing doesn't share fuel data unless you're driving the car, even if you're a teammate.
Would be a good thing for pitboard, pitbot. Again, we have pitbot running on everyone's machines here to give us better telemetry and that kind of thing. So it's something we could speak to them about and see if that would be a really cool overlay. Because I know NASCAR's recently started doing that. You get the miles per gallon on the car. You can actually watch it live. That'd be a really interesting one to have. That's Ollie coming out of the pit as well with a 1:20 pit stop. And he's joined back in the field on P19.
That's a very short pit stop.
Yeah, it was
30
15
seconds stationary.
Yeah,
I've got it
15
as
seconds
30.
faster.
I don't know what you've got on your end.
Yes, he has a 29.2 for me, stationary time. And his last one before that was a 41.5, so he's cut 10 seconds of his pit stop. Maybe not taking tyres? I'm not entirely sure.
Could be it. I think iRacing now has thankfully made it configurable in sessions to have people, if they want to have different regulations, if they want tires mixed with fuel, if they want to have them separate, if they want them to take longer. I think DTM does extremely fast tire changes, so which is also another rule set that hosts can set up. So it might be something specific for the league here. It might be that they're separate. These pit lane times are a little bit long, so not necessarily pit lane time, but more the pit box service time.
Yeah. Most of that will be, I would reckon, the refueling, because a tire change on these cars shouldn't take that long. I mean, it's the hydraulic system where the whole car goes up, compared to like a jack system. Which is a very cool thing to bring into motorsports, to be honest, having the pillars that are pumped with air push out the bottom. As we can see some traffic ahead of Jensen and Kenny here. Now that BMW is Andrea. Yeah, Andrea and the BMW M4. Really sad that none of the BMWs are doing good here. I'm a big BMW fan in the... Oh, Jensen goes on the side here. Bit of off track, but he's got alongside and they're coming down this big straight in the next turn.
Andrea, you should be checking out of this. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, thank goodness he did here. Oh, Olivia tries to go past Andrew, but doesn't get past him. He's holding her up a bit.
You'd have thought Jensen would have taken advantage of the traffic.
Well, he tried to, but Kenny able to defend his position well here. I didn't get any water before this race. That was a big mistake. I can already feel my throat drying up. Well,
you can go get some water, and I'll I can take over for a little bit if you want.
That might be a good idea. Right, I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Lovely. Right, still in my hands here at the moment on SimSpec. As always, we are a channel here running a bunch of different leagues, not just limited to PSRL. So if you are at all interested in a broadcast, feel free to hit me up here or on Discord. We are running loads of series, not least of which limited to, if you bear with me, not least of which obviously the PSRL. There is also the GT3 Championships, the GRL Jetta League. There's also FRS 1-to-1 series, so we've got like an F4 race coming up, which should be very interesting for people if they want to get involved in that as well. And that's the dates coming up here. So if you're interested in GB4 or indeed any other motorsport series, FRS is running some replica race weekends. So it is GB4 for the first race in the 1-to-1 series, and in the GT3 Championship with Samsoid, it is the championship finale as well. So it's all happening here on SimSpec. And if you are at all interested in catching up with what's available, do give the channel a look and have a look at the upcoming live sessions.
I was wondering why my mug was on the face there on the screen.
Yes, just a little bit of manual queuing of some shots, but we got there in the end.
Right, I've got water now. I'm hydrated. I was debating getting an ice cream, but I thought I'd leave that until the end of the race. We've got any changes? Nope, Kenny still in first on Pro-Am and Luke still in Pros. Now the gap is about 5 seconds to Jake. Let's have a look at the Pros. I think we've not looked at them for a little while. We've been looking at these Pro-Ams for a bit, because there has been some good racing from them. There we can see the three top in that lovely shot there. Still a bit foggy. Be nice if it cleared up so you can see better, but not well. Luke and Jake, P1 and P2. Kyle following behind. Maybe we'll do yeah, let's do a little wee through the field. Can we do that?
Yep, we can.
Perfect. So we've got Luke P1, Jake P2. They will look the same, so there isn't really much you can see different there. Kyle in P3, just 4 seconds behind Jake. 18 seconds back, we've got Harry Shaw in his Lamborghini Huracan. Just behind him is Seb Brown in that beautiful AMG. About 5 seconds back, Thomas Dyer in the 911, and he's in P6. Billy Wright following 7 seconds behind him in the AMG. We then have the Pro-Am top three, which is Kenny, Jensen, and Olivia, which have been pretty consistent running that formation, all within a couple of seconds of each other. We then have a Pro car of Zane Queka behind him, behind her, sorry. Yeah, behind Olivia, there's that. That's a really pretty Porsche actually as well. I really like the underlying pattern that they've got going underneath the kind of black and gold. We've then got Jessica Vesser behind him, as well as Stefan Visser behind her, about 6 seconds. We've then got a 3 second gap to Justin Van Houtsen, followed by Barnaby Brewer, about a second back. We then have Katarina Geisler, who's in P8 of the Pro-Ams, and then the 9th place Pro Car of Ollie James Smith, who's on that slightly different pit strategy. He's on his second pit stop, while most other cars, it's just Zane and him that are on 2, while everyone else is on 1 pit stop, so that's explaining why he's so far down. We then have Matt Simkin, who seems to drop back a bit. I'm not sure quite what's happened to him, because he's only on 1 pit stop. And he's running fast laps, so I don't really know. I'm just having a look back. He's had a black flag at minute 19, and then... Yeah, I don't really understand.
Deep, going a little bit deep there on the P1 exit curb, but P19 overall, 10th in Pro-Am.
And then followed that by Andre, who's 3 seconds behind in the BM, which is the only BMW that's still running, is it?
Yep.
Yep, the only BMW. That's incredibly sad. Followed by Freddie Carter, and then Jonathan Odga and Austin are sadly out of the race, which takes 2 victims. I wonder what happened to Jonathan. He must have retired after that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't retire after the crash.
And, oh, we had an overtake. Whilst we were doing our recap, I shall just bring up the replay real quick. So this is Seth Brown getting past Harry Shaw.
Jonathan Odkin disconnected. That's why he's out of the race.
Oof, and Harry went very deep there.
Yeah. Good overtake, though.
Yep.
That's a shame that Jonathan got disconnected. I think he was in... What position was he in? P12 when he disconnected.
Yep.
Obviously had that earlier incident, but not ideal. There, you'll be just with me for a bit. We did have a bit of an incident between Jessica and Andre that we'll watch back once my colleague is back. Khalid's gone on a little bit of a 10-minute break, but we'll definitely make sure to remember that. We're still watching the fight between Jensen and Kenny here. It's one of the tightest fights we've got, as Jensen is still trying to get that P1 for Kenny. Well, they should be coming up on pit stops pretty soon here. We've only got 30 minutes remaining here, so everyone should be starting to come into the pits sooner than later, and we'll see if anyone takes advantage of outbraking anyone on pit road, or, you know, coming off of pit road if there's any trouble coming back onto the track with traffic. I think that is the number 22 of Jessica Vesser coming into pit. So she's paying early again. We're still watching this battle here. Jessica. There you go. She's just in pit road there, coming in. We'll see how that plays out. Cut back to Jensen and Kenny. Yeah, more and more people coming into pit road now. Let's see if I can do this. So That's all right. There we go. Right. I was still watching the racing here. I was trying to get a bit of a dual cut going here, but unfortunately with Khalid not being here for 5 minutes, that's not working. Still fighting here. Have we got any top people coming in? No, still only 2 people pitting. So everyone must be running it quite low on fuel now. We are seeing shorter pit stops here, with Jessica being a 1:15 pit stop and Andre doing a 1:23, and they came out in P8 and P12 respectively. We see some weaving here as Kenny's still trying to defend from Jensen. Olivia's dropped back quite a bit now. She's about 4 seconds back. Not really in contention for P2 here anymore, but a solid P3. Zane separating her from Stefan. You can kind of see her in the back shot there as they make their way down towards Puhan. Way better than whatever I used to call it. Diving into Puhan now. Quite a good corner to try and get some speed coming out of turn 11 and then towards a turn 12. You can sometimes get a good braking zone here if you just manage it right, but unfortunately Jensen's still not able to get quite close enough. Luke and Jake are still running P1 and 2 here. Jensen running a little bit wider there, so he might have some speed coming onto the Blanchimont kind of straight area between turn 15, 16, 17. He does seem to be using the draft here a bit, sticking right on the bumper of Kenny. Some really good racing here. I mean, some really good defending from Kenny and some very, very good aggressive but not dirty driving by Jensen behind him. And Olivia, you can see there, is just behind them. I wonder if she maybe try and do a different strategy. No, she still stays on the track as well. With just 25 minutes remaining in the session, we should see a pit stop at some point here from all of these cars. I mean, they're running 32 minutes in the first one, so it must be quite a bit of saving going on in this stint from everyone not to have to pit just yet. It just seems that Freddie has switched off the wet tyres, which is good because it's silly. I wonder when he did that. We are back. I think my colleague has just come back as well.
Yep.
Wonderful. I'm just having a look. Was it Freddie that I thought put on wet tyres? Who was it?
It might be the iRacing API kicking out some bogus tyre data.
So no, he had wet tyres for 14 minutes. He put them on at 24 minutes and then took them off at 38 minutes. I suppose.
Which is interesting because there was rain on the forecast, but that is absolutely not the case right now, as you can.
No, I think he's seen the mist and thought, oh, it might rain here, but didn't work out. Not too bad though. I mean, he's MP11 now, so sorry, MP20, P11 Pro-Ams.
Side by side here, as Jensen finally got
Jensen,
the opportunity.
You think he's going to make the move here, coming down towards the chicane? and he does make the pass before the chicane. Now the question is
Oh,
Kenny going to let that slide, or is Kenny going to try and... Yeah, he's going to dive bomb here.
oh,
And
contact.
very, very clean racing between the two of them here. I was saying this while you were away. It's been incredible to watch these two race very hard, very defensively from Kenny and very aggressively from Jensen, but nothing outrageous where they're making contact or doing stupid dive bombs. So it's been a very impressive race between these two for the lead of Pro-Am, which is what you would expect from the leaders of a class, showing the rest of the field how it's done. Obviously, Luke has taken that to the next level by just, driving away from the rest of the field. No, but he's only got a 4-second lead lap, 4-second lead, and then a 10-second on Kyle. Billy Wright stopping here as well.
I think Kenny
Kenny
managed to stick around the outside, which becomes the inside, which becomes the outside again. Well
Jensen
deep
off the
from
advantage
Jensen.
here. Yeah, but he makes a stick, and Kenny loses a lot of time back here towards Olivia. She might see this and go, "Oh, I'm hungry now. I want to get that P2," because she wants the points, I'm sure. Because whoever wins the Pro-Am class automatically gets to move on to Pro next season, which is obviously a huge accomplishment. And these drivers are driving amidst some pros, so they definitely have the speed, and with a bit more practice, I think they'll be quite competitive in the pro field. Maybe not up there with the very top of them, but certainly amongst the midfield of the pros, as we'll probably get more people next season as well to fill more of the field. We might have 40, 60 car grids. 60 would be a bit mental though.
That'd be nice. Andre just getting out of the way here.
Is he getting out of the way? Yeah, he is. Is he getting lapped again?
Yes, at the moment, Andre is being listed as being on lap 27.
26.
He's technically done 26. I assume in my books this counts as 27, but
Oh,
my
right, yeah,
maths
he's
has
on
been
lap
off.
27.
So.
Yeah, sorry, he's on 27, but he's done 26. Yeah. That's like when you say you're in your 10th year of age, but you're actually 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There goes Saint.
They make their way onto the chicane. Again, Andre moving out of the way nicely, as he should. He will be getting blue flagged a lot. Now, I am concerned about a couple of things. Barnaby's on 21 incident points, and Armandeep is on 25. I mean, Armandeep is already in P19, so it's not too much for him. But Barnaby's P6 in his class and P14 overall. He gets 9 more incidents, just 9 little more off tracks in the next 20 minutes, and he'll have to serve a drive-through. And towards the end of the race, that is a bit of an issue. Obviously, we'll hope he can keep it clean here. From looking at the time, he should be able to make it, but you obviously want to keep a couple of incidents free just in case someone makes an unfortunate or accidental contact. If you're sitting really close to that 30, if you're sitting at 26 or above, you will have to serve that drive-through penalty no matter what. And if that happens in the last 10 minutes, that's your race over pretty much. So we'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, everyone is racing quite cleanly. Luke with a total... Do you want to guess how many incidents Luke has?
I'm going to assume 0.
Yeah, 0.
That
He's
guy's
got
been
0.
locked in, so...
He is the only car with 0 incident points. Except from the pace car,
Impressive.
but I don't think that counts. Yeah, Luke with 0. Jake with 6. Who else is quite low? Ollie, Jessica, Kyle, Seb, and Thomas.
Yeah.
A lot of double digits there, but yeah. Armandeep is sitting on 25 with the most. So
And,
he only needs to have 1 off track. And oh, yeah, Olivia's catching up to Kenny here.
Yeah, and I think probably the most important thing here with 20 minutes to go is going to be, if it's going to be eyes for Pro-Am honours here at Spa, it'll have to be dispatch Kenny quickly, dispatch Jensen quickly, and every single lap that kind of goes by. Out of all the tracks where you could kind of be stuck behind a person through the one overtaking opportunity you might have, it is a lot of time until the next chance you get that. These lap times are almost 2 minutes and some serious change, so...
I don't know if Zane will make it. He's just set an 18.9. Olivia
Yeah.
set an 18.6. Kenny set an 18.9, and Jensen's actually slowing down with a 19.1. So he's running about the same lap times as them. So he might catch them, but overtaking them while not being particularly faster is going to be a bit of a challenge. The other thing I was going to say is, where are the pit stops? We've had a couple of cars pit earlier, and that was Matt Simkin, Billy Wright, Andre and Jessica, but everyone else is running on stints that have now lasted 42 minutes. So we're running 32 minutes. Now we're running 42 minutes. Surely they need to be out of fuel soon.
Jensen blinking up ahead. And his nose cam giving a very good view of the lines that all these guys are taking. And to the trained eye as well, getting a bit of a kind of a sense of the yaw of the car as well, kind of seeing how mid-corner the car kind of turns a little bit more sharply. Turn-in seems very nice. A little bit of a wiggle. Doesn't quite track out all the way on the exit of Puan.
Good corner there. Very good exit from Olivia. You can see her just catching onto that Mustang slowly on the straight, and she goes, oh, she late on the brakes, nice and close. But to be fair, I don't know how about you, but driving this part of Spa, I always try to back off a bit, kind of all the way from Lacombs until the chicane. I like to back up a bit, because if someone messes up or something, it's very easy to start getting piled up.
Yeah.
While on the kind of the two straights, I like to be nice and close and get in that draft, get their air from them.
Though it's probably a considerable difference in terms of, like, if you're running, for example, top split GT3, where strength of field could be like up in probably 7k or something. I rated these guys will run bumper to bumper the whole way. Like, there is no respite. Speaking of respite,
Olivia's not giving any respite to Kenny as she goes side by side on the sometimes front straight, and she goes to the inside, and he has to give her space there. Now, are they gonna battle down to a Rouge? No, Kenny's taken the... Whoa!
Yeah,
So Kenny's... Jensen disappeared with clearly some internet issues, and Kenny overtook him while he was blinking out. That's very lucky, because if he pops back in a little bit later, Olivia might have gone right into the back of him.
Yeah.
And
that would have been a shameful end to a really good fight.
Yeah. So Kenny, I don't know if Kenny's maybe backing off a bit now because he's aware he's blinking. But I think that's the right thing to do in this moment. You don't want to ruin all of your races, because it'll ruin his race as well.
Yeah.
Just because you're having some... It's not ideal for him, because obviously he's fought hard, and you can see him losing the rear a little bit there. I think he's maybe struggling with his old tyres now, as Zane also goes past on the inside there, and they make their way down towards Puhan.
So
bit of a change up.
At the replay, perhaps.
I don't think it'll work, because he'll be popped out.
He'll just pop
The
out
replay
also,
will be popped out. Yeah.
So these guys were just fighting all of a sudden. Jensen's
So he's
completely disappeared.
Yeah.
Almost contact
And,
there.
If he popped in right here, he probably would have been right between them or something. So it's lucky they didn't. And then they leave a nice gap here, which is good, just for him to pop back in. I don't know how that would have looked from his perspective, because he would have obviously, I don't know, maybe even made contact with them there. But I'm glad it all sorted itself out as it goes a little bit wide there. Coming down, where is this? Blanchemont.
Heading up to Blanchemont now.
Yeah, heading up towards Blanchemont. Let's have a look. Is there anything else interesting happening through the race? I think there's a bit of a battle between 20.
Oh, Jensen with a late dive, but doesn't quite amount to anything here. And we kind of said it very quickly earlier that Olivia, if she was going to make a fight for the lead, she would have had to dispatch Hobbs and then Jensen very quickly. And
yeah,
I think the internet decided half of that battle right away. So this is now a direct fight for Pro-Am win.
if you cut to Billy, he's just made an overtake on Stefan as well.
Oh, lovely.
Very nice overtake, actually, putting him in front of him and trying to claw his way back up the pro field. Obviously,
It's quite
Billy
a
being in P8 of his field, but he could catch Zane here, to be fair. He's only, well, he's 25 seconds back from Zane. But
good
you can see here, he launches it on the inside, just coming into the chicane. Very clean overtake, quite decent. As they're still trading places at the moment. Oh, and there was a bit of contact as well. Freddie Carter, I think he went. Oh no, he just went off track. That's fine. There wasn't a crash earlier, actually. I wanted to have a look at, but I can't remember who it was now. It was a big incident. It was 2 4Xs for people. Was it this? Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Have a look at Andre at lap 24. It would have been Andre and Jessica. Big incident for them, which is probably why Andre is so far back now. Do a bit of recapping well.
I'm assuming there's Jessica
I think
behind him right there.
Yeah. Is this it?
I think it is.
This is not it.
That's the only lap 24 marker I've got. I'm assuming...
There's another one ahead of that, so it's about 20 seconds before that. Oh no, maybe it's later. Just having a look. Because he's ahead of her. Is Jessica behind him there?
Yes, it's just past him. But for the sake of the broadcast, we'll probably bring it back to live.
58 minutes. We can go back like a later time.
So
and
Zane's
we've
in the
got someone
pits.
coming into the pits. Yeah.
So this should just be fuel.
Yeah. Well, depends. If he's running on like the same tires he started the race with, then it might start get sketchy here. But yeah, you want to have a nice and short pit stop here. Excuse me. And the people who have been saving fuel here will have a bit of an advantage because they'll have to stop for shorter. So we'll see here how long exactly people will have to put. Black flag.
Simkin. Oh, this must have been for track limits, surely.
Yes, it was. He's just got a black flag for that. He's only on 14 incident points, so nothing major. Oh, Olivia and Kenny made contact.
Oh, goodness me.
It was a minor contact, but yeah. Oh, a bit of a shunt here, and Jensen coming back into the mix, going on the side of Olivia. But you'll be able to hear. Is this before or afterwards?
This is live. This is live right now.
This is live. Yeah. So Olivia seems to have gone. Can you get the replay and the live at the same time? I don't know if that's possible.
You'll have to give me a second. It is interested, but let's have a look here. Olivia on the screen. Hold on a second.
We'll see if we can show you guys what happened here between these three.
Okay, so we've got the replay on the top of your screen now. So
there
coming down
Perfect.
to... So bomb is live. Top is your replay. Side by side. Nothing untoward.
Not yet. There's a bit of a bump there.
Yeah. Jensen looks to take advantage. And gets the
does,
nose
and I think
crossed off.
there's some follow-up contact here. Maybe?
Still got... And they're still firing at the bomb of your screen as well. Olivia defending very hard. But all seems clean so far. With less than 10 minutes to go now.
Looked a bit more dramatic on my screen for some reason on the angle that I had, but yeah. We'll go back to live here as we've got, what, 10 minutes left?
Yeah,
under 10 minutes. And you can see, I mean, this is a race on for the win. All three within less than a second from each other. Who will win it? I mean, all three of them have the ability to win it, as Jensen here goes on the outside of Olivia. using a bit of a draft from Kenny at the front. Is he able to make it stick? The next turn is a right-hander, and he does. He cuts just in front of Olivia, though I don't think she will stop fighting here. Do you think any of them will still need to pit? Surely they can't.
I'd hope not.
They can't be running like over an hour on fuel, no?
It might be
Like,
a case where the fixed setup had less fuel, and then on the refill they've been able to run much longer. Kind of like a fixed setup has less than 100%, and then on the refill in the pit stop it'll go to 100. So
an
that might
hour
explain
at
the
Spa on a
100%.
fuel tank. That seems long.
It's very long, yeah.
So maybe some really good saving here, or maybe one of them will run out of fuel coming to the line. I've seen that before in NASCAR, and it's one of those devastating truths. Like, you're risking it all and gambling it, just hoping you've got enough fuel in the tank, and you're watching the fuel counter go down as we see Harry Shaw in the bottom here battling out with Thomas Dyer in that 911 and the Lamborghini Huracan. We'll see how it goes here. Bit of a gap building between the top three and Pro-Am. And Jake is caught a little bit onto Luke, to be fair. He's only 3 seconds back now. Most of the race he spent about 5 seconds back from him. Third place is miles back from him, about 30 seconds. But Jake might be trying to steal a win here from his brother, which could make for some interesting drama, I think.
I'm just trying to make sense of what happened to Kyle Felvis a bit further behind. He's stuck in, at the moment, at the bottom of
He's
Pro-Am.
out.
And he's completely out, yeah. So what's happened to him?
I'll have a bit. He disconnected, I think.
Oof. I remember that he, if I remember correctly, he had PC issues which
Yeah,
prevented
he
him from joining at
disconnected.
Oulton. So, oof.
His connection dropped due to packet loss. Unfortunate end to his race. And let's see, what was he running before that? Kyle was running in P3. That's very unfortunate for him. But I suppose it kind of comes like a mechanical failure would in real life. Sometimes you run a really good race and your engine blows up or your drive shaft snaps. In sim racing, sometimes your steering wheel locks up, sometimes it disconnects, or sometimes your internet just cuts out. It's the same kind of problems with endurance racing. Oh yeah, as Jensen goes for the lead on... Oh no, he doesn't. Tries to do a little bit of an undercut here, but isn't able to finish it off, and Kenny still in a consistent lead. Obviously, Kenny has made the jump from sim to real soon with his upcoming race. I was going to find that out, actually. Well, as Jessica sets quite a good lap time here. Jessica set 2:79.
Thomas Dyer is in the pits.
Oh, Dyer is in the pit. So, with 5 minutes to go here, we've got Dyer pitting from P5.
Seb Brown is also pitting.
So he is. So it looks like maybe we won't be able to run this on just one stop. It does make sense to leave the pit stops to the last moment possible. Maybe not 5 minutes, but obviously the lighter you run, the less fuel, the faster you're going to be. As Jensen goes for a move on Olivia. They've dropped back significantly from Kenny here. I don't think it'll be a very long stop for Seb here. He's only stopped for 5 seconds, so that'll be just enough fuel to get him to the end. Maybe give him one lap of clearance. As Jensen's backed off from Olivia a little bit here.
Kenny Hobbs went into the pits as well. So
Kenny's in the pits. Oh, yeah. And they've not pitted. Well, we'll see what their plan here is. Let's have a look. When did Kenny last pit?
I think with it being the endurance layout, it makes it such a punishing decision to not fuel save, and I think we're going to be seeing...
Kenny's 25 laps, and Olivia's running also 25 laps, so they basically pitted the exact same lap and came out the same lap, so...
Jake
maybe it's because Kenny's been running... Who is?
Jake Andrews is in the pit, so that's P2.
What about Luke?
Luke is still out on track.
Oh, this is going to be a close one here. I wonder if anyone's going to gamble and end up having some stutters, which would be
With
quite
how long
interesting
this
coming
pit
to the
lane
end
is,
here.
I would not be surprised.
Well, people gambling it and
If
trying
yeah,
to stay out.
absolutely, absolutely. It also
Yeah, I
depends
mean,
on how fast Luke manages to run this race, because keep in mind, again, Luke at the head of this train of cars is literally just setting blistering lap times. So it just
yeah, I
depends
mean,
where that cutoff is.
his last lap time there was his fastest again. He's running a 2:16.6. I don't even know how to describe this. He's set new lap times fastest quite a few times throughout the race. Every couple of minutes, he's just shaving it down a little bit more as we can see him coming out. He's stopped for a total of... He stopped for 42... No. Hang on. Jake. He stopped for 6.5 seconds of fuel there.
So it's just a splash.
So he's just come out 47 seconds ahead of Harry Show. So Jake's got a good lead on Harry.
Oh, side by side at the top here.
Oh, Jensen going for P1 of Pro-Am. Next turn should be a right-hander. And Jensen, he dives it into the chicane. But they come onto pit road with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. This is certainly... We'll see if Olivia manages to find her pit box this time. She should know where it is now, hopefully. Any penalties? We've not had any penalties on pit road, I don't think.
No.
Not that I can see, anyways. So
Matt Simkin did have a black flag, but I'm pretty sure that was incident points.
Is that Matt Simkin? No, he's
Yeah.
only had 15.
Ooh,
So he did have a black flag on pit stop, yeah.
So Luke stays out for what will be white flag, I'm convinced.
Wow.
So he'll be putting a lot of people out of their misery, I think.
Yeah. And he's doing this without pitting. So he's been in the lead. He's been setting the fastest lap times. And he still has enough fuel. I'm perplexed, to say the least.
Here on the top here, side by side.
Olivia had a bit of a faster pit here, by the way.
Yeah.
So they need to sort this out because they're currently within each other. But Olivia did a 5.1 while Jensen did a 6.6. So Olivia's clearly been doing a bit more saving than Jensen has. And it's able to return her lead here from the pit entrance. We'll see how they come out just in front of Kenny. And Kenny goes past them on warm tyres, a little bit warmer tyres, taking the lead back of the Pro-Ams. That was a beautiful shot there. That's incredible.
Phoenix says, where's Kyle? Kyle is out of this race.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kyle was disconnected from P3. Rest in peace. But we've got no time for that because we've got 51 seconds left of the race. We're not. Are we in the last lap here?
This is white flag. Yep. This is white flag.
This is white flag lap.
So Jensen is gonna rue the fact that he's now stuck in with Zane. Kenny running away with this at the front of the Pro-Am field. And we'll see how things continue on.
And Luke just making his way down towards...
Zane... Jensen just died!
Jensen just died. Oh, no. That wasn't...
He won't lose position here, but that was against Zane, so my goodness.
Oh, God. Zane is stacking up some enemies here. Zane's on 21 incident points as well. He's taking out a lot of Pro-Am drivers here. Might be a bit of class rivalry going on between the classes, obviously.
Yep. Harry's in the pits now with a black flag. But
and we see Luke coming through the final chicane, and he'll have one more turn before...
No, that was the finish. That was the finish. That is it for the end of the race. The flagman was right there.
Look at that. Yeah,
and Kenny Hobbs takes it for Pro-Am ahead of Olivia.
Kenny takes...
this is someone else spinning.
Good race, though.
Is that Simkin?
It is. Spinning through the chicane. Oh, yeah, across the line. Yeah, Matt Simkin just spinning in the chicane there. As we've got our final order here. So, Luke in P1. This is a bit bizarre.
Luke in P1 ahead of his brother
Seb,
Jake. Yep.
Seb, Thomas, Billy Wright. Billy Wright has made up some really good positions in the last couple of laps. He was, he must have had some pit strategy as well. I am so perplexed how Luke managed to get through this with one pit stop. He's the only car in the entire grid that has managed to do that, which is incredible.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you have any insights on this or what's happened
I'm
here,
going to assume it is the sheer luxury of pace with the ability and freedom to run whatever pace you want.
But he was running fast.
He was running really fast. That's what I mean.
He wasn't. Like, if we look at his laps, let's have a quick look here. He was running consistent, and I'm saying very consistent 17s. He didn't. So he pitted, which was a 31. He then ran a single 19, and in every other lap except from that has been a 17 or a 16. So he should have been using way more fuel than anyway. It'll be very interesting to talk to him about that. I'm going to put that on my notes in big capitals. Fuel saving Luke. As we see the final parade lap here, Mustangs taking it for both Pro and Pro-Ams. An incredible drive displayed here by Luke, obviously qualifying P1 and racing away, and then an incredible racing spectacle here between Kenny, Olivia and Jensen, with Kenny coming P1, Olivia coming P2, Jensen P3 in Pro-Ams, followed by Stefan, Barnaby, Jessica, Justin, Katharina, Armandeep, Matt, Freddie, and then finally Andre. Only 3 cars out of the race, much better than last time, with Kyle, Jonathan, Austin coming in 21, 22nd and 23rd respectively. We'll get the winners and podium people queued up, and we'll get through them as much as we can. I'm going to put some messages out while my colleague will just speak to you for a bit. And we'll move on to driver interviews as we watch some lovely replays picked out by Khaled on the screen here. First up will be the Pro-Am finishing P1 position of Kenny Hobbs. He did an incredible race today, and we'll ask him some questions and see how he enjoyed that. So, without much ado, Kenny, how was that race for you?
Pretty intense, that one. Really good, but really intense at the same time. Yeah.
You had a sorry, you had a beautiful looking race car out there. We're
you.
speaking much about your livery and speaking about your real racing debut as a team as well. But going back to the sim racing, how did you find your competition there? I mean, you and Olivia and Jensen were battling very hard there for the last half of the race.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I'll be interested to know, because I was obviously just being pulled out of chat with them, but I don't know if they changed tires or not. I didn't even know we were doing an endurance race. I thought it was a 40-minute stint, 2-minute stint races again. So
I see.
strategy for me was changing quite a lot as I was going through. But I got taken out, realised we were on an endurance race, and I was like, well, the only way I'm going to get back in front of them is to not change tyres in the pits and then come back out. And that's sort of what put me back in front. But
Yeah.
into the race, really intense.
We saw your crash early on, or your takeout. That must have been quite some devastating thing to happen to you. How did you mentally recover from that? Obviously, if it happens early in the race, you got a good chance to get it back. But how'd you get through that and come out victory?
Full anger mode.
Just using your anger for just smashing through people, just wanting to get through. Fair enough. I mean,
Exactly.
it clearly worked, so good on you for that.
Yeah, no, don't get angry ever. Don't do that. Just stay calm.
So you just kind of leveled out your emotions and just got on with it.
Yeah, give yourself a lap or two to sort of figure out what you're doing and have a look. I mean, I race in VR as well, so it's really hard for me to sort of grab data for everything. So I'm basically using the black box or the UI box in here to figure out what's going on. But
that's very impressive indeed. With the with your racing obviously transferring to real life, let's speak about that for a sec here for kind of our little end bit. Speak about that. I kind of try to remember what track you're going to with your team. I know it's an MR2, but what's happening there?
So we're going to Donington for the first round. As well for the livery, it was actually Billy Wright that done my livery, and it's the same livery on the MR2, and it will be the same livery that goes on to the Mustang that we're building as well. So massive shout out to Billy, because the livery is absolutely sick.
So you'll be racing what you were racing today, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, we're building a custom '67 Mustang to race in GT.
Beautiful.
So that'd be sick. But Donington next weekend. I love Donington. It's an absolutely amazing track. Anyone's welcome to come down and have a look and get involved as well. I know we've got Stuart from Phoenix Sim Racing will be there as well. He's going to sort of radio for me for the weekend, and we've got Billy there doing the photos. So there's actually a few of the Phoenix lot at the Donington racetrack as well. Anyway, so I mean, if anyone wants to come down and say hello, there's a few of us there. Oh, and I'm racing with Tom Algar as well, so it's a bit of a family vibe.
Perfect. Yeah, if you just want to give a shout out to any of your sponsors or anything, take the time now, and then we'll move on to P1.
Yeah, I mean, for this, it'll probably only be Phoenix and Algar Racing, obviously, who I've raced with last year. Brilliant team, and then Billy as well for doing the livery. So there'd be the three sort of shout outs that I'll give for this one.
No worries at all. Well, thanks very much for joining us, Kenny. And I hope everything goes well at Donington, and we'll see you hopefully in the next round of the PSRL.
No worries. See you soon, mate. Cheers.
Bye. Moving on next, we'll queue up Luke, who came P1 in Pro. We'll do a bit of a switch around here. We'll do the winners first, and then we'll see what we can do going down the order of each. Luke obviously drove an incredible race, qualifying in first and driving away with the victory. Luke, how did you find that race went for you? He's muted. That's unfortunate.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
There you go. No worries at all.
No, it went well. I kind of got lucky again. That it was a shame, really, because I was kind of hoping that we'd have a bit more of a battle at the front, but unfortunately, Jake and Austin got tangled again, and then it kind of worked out well for me, obviously, because it gave me some space, and then I was able to fuel save for the alternate strategy of just doing one pit stop. So I was kind of lucky that I got into a space where I wasn't under pressure and I could do that, and then obviously got me a big gap by the end, really. So yeah.
So let's talk about Well, there's a couple of things I want to speak to you about. The thing with Austin, obviously, he was killed. I will say. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. What happened there?
Well, I wouldn't say it's really for me to comment because it wasn't me driving in it, but I have watched it back, and yeah, I think, I mean, there's obviously something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to go into it in detail too much, really, but I think that it's over aggressive from both of them, considering it's a 90-minute race, and I think it was the same last time as well. I think Austin seems to drive like the other person needs to get out of the way, and Jake's not willing to get out of the way. And this time, I think he was pretty aggressive. Like, he could have stayed left there, in my opinion, and just taken the corner. Like, he had the inside, he was clear, but he decided to chop back across in front of Jake, and then Jake's got into the back of him, and it's all just a bit unnecessary, really, unfortunately. But hopefully the stewards
Yeah.
can get a handle on it, and we don't have any more of it going forward, because I don't think anybody wants to see that, really, to be honest.
Will you be able to try and coach Jake there to do maybe a bit of a, I don't know, obviously he's your brother and teammate, to kind of give him some improvement tips there?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I think it's easy to look at that and be like, you know, Jake did go into the back of him, so it's probably Jake's fault. But then, like I said, I think it was also overly aggressive driving from Austin. I think it's just not necessary. I think if he hadn't chopped across the front of Jake there, they would have just both gone through the corner, and it wouldn't have been an issue. But sometimes, you know, when someone cuts straight across you just before you brake, then and you lose sight of everything, sometimes it can be a bit more difficult than, you know, it's easy to look at it from the outside car angle and be like, oh, he's running to the back of him. But I think if you watch it from Jake's onboard, you can see that he's just unsighted as soon as Austin jumps across in front of him. And yeah, I mean, it's still probably his fault, but it's I don't think it's as clear cut as, you know, as maybe it's been suggested. But
100%. Now, the thing that we were wondering all the way to the end there is, how on earth did you get through that race on a single fuel stop?
lots of fuel saving, to be simple about it.
But you were
yeah, we
running
can't-
like 17s like the whole way through, so you were pacing it and somehow managed to outpit everyone.
I mean, like I said, I was kind of I was lucky that from the start, because we'd identified that it was an option, but only if you kind of had the space to do it, because you sacrifice a bit of lap time. Like, I was probably about a second slower a lap than I would have been if I was pushing. But you have to save quite a lot of fuel to run that strat. So I kind of decided early that I was going to give it a go, and managed to manage the gap and do the fuel saving I needed to do. So yeah, it worked out well in the end.
Oh, it certainly did. I mean, you finished with a 48-second lead on your brother, still finishing 1-2 for you too, which is an incredible result. Also with 0 incidents. I just want to say that's incredible by you. Another good
Zero
drive.
incidents. I didn't actually realize that.
You had 0 incidents, so that's the only car on track, except from the pit pace car, which doesn't really count. But yeah, the only car was 0. So well done on that. If you just want to give some shout outs to your sponsors or teammates or anything, just feel free to.
Yeah, just shout out to the team, and also to our spotter Dave, who was spotting for us again tonight. We had Matt Simpkin, who's one of our academy drivers as well, was his first race in this series tonight, and he was doing well pace wise, but unfortunately got caught up in some stuff and didn't have a great race. But yeah, it's good to see that he's kind of front of pro and pace wise as well. So yeah, hopefully we can all be on pace next race and have a clean one, and yeah, that's what we'll aim for, I think.
Yeah, it was great to see 3 other purple Mustangs in the field, and yeah, definitely an incredible race. I'm sure you'll be very smiley when you look at the standings when they come out, and yeah, thank you so much for chatting.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
And that was our pro winner, Luke Andrews, interviewing just after the Pro-Am winner of Kenny. Some fantastic fights in Pro-Am, and a little bit of a foregone conclusion almost from the start of the race. So I think, regardless of which, it's been a very interesting fight up and down the field. Strategy implications, as we saw there across the field, with the Pro-Ams being kind of forced into the very hard push strategy, whereas the pros managed to try to do some fuel saving, though it did seem like Luke was the only one who actually managed it. And right from start to end, some very good fighting all around. So a lot of action for the broadcast, a lot of action for the stewards as well. And well, it's only going to be one more week until our return to the heat format with Snetterton next week, Thursday, in the same time slot, going back to the 40-minute heat format. So no doubt expected to see a lot more action, especially in Heat 2 with the reverse grids. And
it was very interesting last time.
yeah, so surely a recipe for more action. And
Or
indeed,
disaster.
oh, disaster, yeah. Either way of which,
I'm sure we'll see if Austin has another unlucky race, or if he can actually make it through a whole weekend without getting killed.
we'll see how that gets managed. And either way, it has been a fantastic race. I have been your producer and co-coms, Khalid Ramadan, also known as Tori in the server, alongside the lovely lead comms of Max. And again, if you're at all interested in any of the action coming up, you only need to tune in again at the same time next week for more of that at Snetterton, as well as further action here on SimSpecMedia. We've got, again, the F4 GB4 format in the FRS 1-1 series on Sunday as part of a doubleheader with the GT3 Samsoid Championship finale. Before we continue with the penultimate round in the GRL Jetta League. And all of that following right into the following rounds in the PSRL. So, again, I've been your host here, alongside your main comms of Max. And any closing words, Max?
I'm excited to see what Snetterton brings next week, to see if the Andrews brother will dominate again, or if maybe someone else will show through. But yeah, thank you very much from me as well for watching. I hope you enjoyed our second broadcast. We're always thinking of ways to improve it, so if you do have any ideas, I'm sure there's a form somewhere that Khaled is running, where you can give us any ideas of how we can improve. And yeah, thanks for stopping by and giving us your time, and we'll see you all next week on the 27th of August at Snetterton.
See you guys.